We bombed out of the major, but we still proved that we can go far in the tournaments. I think we started out great on the first map. We had great communication. I think we were just really energetic, and we just had the flow in us. And I think that's what helped us just power through 2 maps. If I was completely honest, I think one of the main reasons the crowd were like for us a bit was because of Snacks. Snacks is hungry in the Big Apple, and I think that's what people are just excited for, and that's why people are cheering for us.
Yeah, it feels amazing. They had a really good match against Navi. We were expecting actually a really hard match, but to be honest, we just destroyed them, and it was pretty smooth, and I'm so happy with the performance from the team. mousesports is a super skilled team. They have their own style to play. They're super difficult to play against as well, but come on, we're Liquid, and I'm here this time. Last time they played against Liquid was not the same lineup, and now I'm here. Now we have the experience. Now we have what it takes to take this trophy home.
Liquid, they've gotten better over the past few months. They had a hard preparation for the major, so they're a really good team now. Played them 1 year ago in Mykonos in the best of 5. This will be just a great rematch, and I hope we'll win it again.
I'm super excited to play against mousesports. I'm not expecting an easy match, of course. We respect them a lot. We're gonna just give our best. We're gonna play our game, and hopefully we're gonna destroy them.
We can prove that we're the best team in this tournament.
The first time that I played for the American crowd was amazing. That's just our goal right now, to take this trophy home and to make them happy.
In a slight twist of fate, it would appear as though mousesports have bested Team Liquid here right from the get-go in this best of 5 finals, taking it in a pretty convincing fashion there. And of course, to do that was no easy task. My guys here on the analytical desk will be Duncan Thorne-Shields and Chad Spud Birchill. Guys, let's talk about where this one left off.
Oh, okay. Look, if Twist was the best player in that server by far, by miles ahead of everybody else, and I thought in the early stages when they were hitting the bomb sites getting locked out, Taco had some multi-frags, Twist was doing his thing. I thought, okay, this is the shutout. They're not finding opening kills. But I think this is a French maybe terminology or whatever, but mousesports are a team who it's like, let me play, or let us play, right? And the idea with that is you get a kill, you do a default, you get into a position, and then you just let the players play instinctually. And when they were able to find room, you could see that the multi-frags, or at least the opening picks and kills, were coming in their favor in the mid-rounds. And that's something that I think, you know, mousesports did a lot better in this matchup than Liquid.
Yeah, it was obviously a back and forth game. Both teams had their chances to win, but as you said, okay, so Twist was amazing. Here's the difference though. No one else from Team Liquid was vaguely the best player in the server. Everyone from mousesports got on the scoreboard. The guy who really was missing for me was the guy who wasn't there in Mykonos last year. It was Nav. Where's he? This is a guy who you'd think on the CT side got such a fantastic rifle, playing in that B site at times where obviously so much action went down. Didn't really see a whole lot from him. The A site was on lockdown.
I was worried about Liquid starting slow, where, you know, Twist kind of quelled that earlier. I thought, oh, maybe they're not going to start slow. But if you look at all the stats here, everybody else was off to a slow start. It was one man. You think about what he did on the T side pistol round. The fact of the matter, if they didn't get that pistol round, if he didn't pull that round out of his ass, basically, they wouldn't have even had a close matchup in my mind. I think that mousesports would have been able to close it relatively easy from that point, because they were looking like the better team, especially in these mid-rounds. The retakes they were pulling off when they probably shouldn't have. There are a lot of scenarios that Liquid, I thought, you know, at this point should be able to close out, but weren't able to capitalize, and this is where the skill of mousesports really shone.
I mean, that's an interesting note there, because you say slow start, and is this a simple case of that? I mean, this was Liquid's map pick. They, in theory, and by all intents and purposes, should have had a really good starting out the gate here.
That was the flaw in what Liquid did. Like I said, they shifted up the strategy from last year, where they were willing to pick their strongest maps, but in doing so, pick in the phases of map pool. They wanted to start with a little bit more of an out-of-left field pick, thinking they're going to imagine it's Inferno first. Well, the problem is, by taking cash, sure, you had a pretty good chance to win, and as Chad said before the show, if you win it, then you get sort of the psychological edge of, like, we've won on one of the maps that's maybe even in the middle of the battleground, as it were, you know, and we got the big psychological edge. But if you'd have started with that Inferno pick, you would have started very comfortable. You know that's a map you're in at all points in time, so Team Liquid might have outfought themselves on that one.
How about these numbers, boys? Because they say numbers don't lie, but my goodness.
Well, to build on the point here about Naf, he didn't have a terrible game, but you can just see the stark contrast between how much work and how much impact Twist had compared to anybody else on his team. Obviously, Nitro, we do let him off the hook a little bit doing the AWPing role and in-game leadership stuff, but if we look and maybe delve deeper into the Naf situation, they have only had another series in this where they've lost a map. That was to NRG, right?
Sure.
And that opening map of Overpass, NAF was the second lowest rated player. So I think it'll turn it around for map 2.
Let's turn around on map 2 right now. Let's start focusing on Nuke and what exactly it's going to take for Team Liquid to come out here much stronger, so to say.
This is a tough one because on the one hand, you want to look at the recent record. Okay, map record tells you it's not very good for Team Liquid, but as I always emphasize, they do play Astralis on that, and Astralis has never lost with their lineup. So they can play Na'Vi, can play Team Liquid. They're going to beat everyone they play on that map. So if you remove Astralis, and if you even look at some of the games they played, they're a pretty solid Nuke team. So actually, we've got the reverse scenario here.
Yep.
Just as Team Liquid picked Cash, which certainly Mouse has had upsets on and can play, likewise, mousesports is saying, we're going back to one of our old comforts, we're going to pick Nuke, but definitely Team Liquid can play this one. So it's already a best of 5. We already know we're going to see a minimum 3 maps, but this is a real chance, I think, again, for a back and forth game. And for, I would say mousesports has a good chance, but I certainly think Team Liquid nick this one as well.
This is another 50-50 map in a lot of regards, I think. And yesterday, the win condition over NRG, or at least one of the players which had a huge amount of impact, was Chris J on the AWP.
Yes.
And I noted yesterday on the CT side, or in the whole map, he had the most opening kills of 7. On the CT side, there was 6, and he was all over the place. He was outside in yard, he was playing secret, pushing up aggressively, in main, over towards ramp, up heaven, finding a lot of opening action. Now that's something which you're going to need to try and negate if you are a team like Liquid, and the best way to do that is by running a, I guess, like you don't need to try too many different things. If you run the same thing, he's not going to be there every run. So let's see what approach they come with, if they want to try and pressure Rops over towards ramps, if they're just going to go with a standard smoke wall, get down secret and go from there. But this is the pick of mousesports, which means they will be starting on that T side.
And perhaps the AWPs can ring loud outside and give some freedom to either side of the equation here.
Well, the rifles for Liquid are going to be mainly out on that yard, right? Nitro can ply that weapon, but the way that they approach a lot of maps, this is the quirk with Liquid that we talk about, that they haven't needed to embrace a star AWPer. They just use it as a utility. So don't expect to see too much from Liquid on the AWP. Expect more unorthodox setups, people playing in that warehouse where Red Pole used to be if you're an old veteran fan. Don't look at them to, just try and have someone stand and deliver outside with that big green gun. It's going to be more a rifle-based game, I would say, from this Liquid squad.
And if you look at map 1, it really wasn't the story of both squads. Like, for example, Snacks had a fantastic game. He's generally been more of a low fragger. Team Liquid has the trio, and 2 out of the 3 turn up. Yeah, they kind of got 1.5, I'd say, for this one. So if you revert to what the normal narrative is for the 2 teams, I think Liquid has a very good chance in this one, but I think this could actually be one of the maps of the series.
Well, we will have to sit back and watch this. That is the war horn. It has been sound. New York, raise the roof, please. There it is. That's what I like to hear. And let's bring it back down with a little bit of Henry Greer.
What about me? I even fist bumped you and everything. Stunna throwing me under the bus. That's fine, I'm here as well. We are here on Nuke, and we are ready for map 2. Liquid versus mousesports. Mousesports' choice, despite that Liquid's proficient on it as well, but it is a wild card in many cases.
Yeah, this one is a 50-50 for me. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go on it, but maybe mousesports with the victory in map number 1. They'll be in a better space for it. Chris J trying to find the first kill. Not going to happen, though. Twist will take him down. Remember, mousesports did get a player down towards lower. So this round, not over just yet. A few more twists and turns as we'll hold towards the upper bomb site here. Remember, Twist is actually incredibly good holding that hot position. One of the best in the game, I would see, as he enters it once again, looking for the next kill.
Twist, you said it. This is his station, almost. Might as well write his name on the wall now. Takes down Rops, good off angle to catch him. Now they know he's there, but they aren't going to put too much pressure back onto him at this point in time. You mentioned it as well. Sunny has already gotten down through the vents. He went for the vent dive very early on. So he's actually trying to work backwards toward ramp right now and help his team take that portion of the map and allow a lower take. He's certainly spotted them. He'll certainly hold them off. That should bring them to enter, but there's also a flank. They've gone through toward lobby. Nitro's gonna find the ball, and that's the important kill in this, and suddenly Sunny is the only one left.
Still has a chance in this map. Nuke is incredibly difficult to hold the same position, but they have got the bomb. If Sunny can find the opening pick, he'll still have a great chance here. But is that going to happen? Not quite. Elise will take him down. Great stuff from Liquid there, bouncing back after their defeat on Cash. We will see the buys come through, of course. Is there a force buy from mousesports? The answer looks to be yes. Merops will have the CZ first. Armor purchase as well. They've got 1 smoke so far. It's very difficult on Nuke to make these sort of rounds work. There's very little space to find the opening kills. CZ's normally the favored pistol over the Deagles because you can rush towards the vent, for example, and if you get the bomb down towards lower, you can patrol those really narrow corridors. There'll be 2 rifles here for Liquid, none of which are M4s, focusing more on the utility game. You want to be holding off areas like outside with the smokes and lots of damage done with the initial HE there.
Nitro has to be super careful here. Goes out early. Elise did get one further kill, but that leaves a weapon down that they can certainly pick up and take to the advantage until I say that. Okay, it did get extinguished. I was going to say a Molotov on top of it would make it interesting. But they saw it, heard it be picked up. Elise identified that, and now the round is secure. So despite that they were able to isolate one early, it's just Rops left. You mentioned it, CZs are certainly powerful on this map, but not when the bomb is outside, and he is on the complete opposite side of the map. So Liquid should take another good start on a CT side, because remember last time they did, it was the good start overall, I guess you could take for mousesports on their T side to go 3-0 up overall. But that means our pistols are now 2-1 in favor of Liquid.
Rops, he'll be out of luck here, I'm afraid. CZ only, just a matter of time before he's taken down, seeing if he can get anything done, catch a CT out of position, but at this point he would be incredibly lucky to find anyone hanging around in this sort of area. They have the bomb once again, 3 kills for Elige, and Taco's low, but Robs, he doesn't have many options now. He'll walk back towards ramp, realizing he might have to die at this point. He can't just go down after the time up. That won't be enough.
Even with the armor, it's better to get into the money at this point in time. So he, like you say, it's kind of weird he wants to die.
Indeed.
He wants that cash injection.
Well, there we
he
go.
stays with $50 in the next round. He would only get 2,400. It's not enough to really get into the gun round with.
Well, full eco at this point. Objective for mousesports, just try and get that plant down. They go for a vent drop or rush towards ramp. But Liquid, this is almost a guaranteed round for them. Great start on the CT side of Nuke, but mousesports, trust me, they're going to be digging their heels in soon. They chose this map for a reason. They are specialists on it at times. Haven't seen that much from them when Snacks is in the roster, but I'm sure they're ready to go. Nitro with the first frag there and looking to get a few more. Taco getting stuck in with the MP5 is farming that money now to try to secure themselves as much as they possibly can, but the bomb has made it down towards low. Remember, I said at the start of the round, that's purely the objective here. They will not be winning this, but they get extra money, and it helps compensate for that force spy in round number 2.
Snacks trying to figure out exactly who's gone where. They're already on the bomb. Trying to defuse it. Elige takes out Snacks. So as you say, it was the objective. They're not overly concerned with the fact that it is being defused. So round goes away from them, but they get the money they want. Rops still outside. Will, bomb being defused, get money no matter what. So stays alive. Nearly got toward a gun, but didn't quite get there. Now we do get AKs brought out on the mousesports side, unsurprisingly. No op obviously available to them yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to actually see Oscar go for a T-sided op on Nuke.
Well, Nitro's purchased his, and you're absolutely right. Oscar definitely capable of AWPing on the T side, but also a very proficient rifler. It doesn't have to be using the AWP. So until it's required, until it's a problem, if Nitro starts finding multiple frags, they'll stay on the rifles for now. First gun round coming in. mousesports focusing most of their efforts towards the lobby here. Nades deployed towards the squeaky door, of course, blow that wide open. And now it's up to Chris J, who's working towards the hub. Remember, Twist commonly found in that position. He'll just be outside for now as Chris J waits for his aggression.
Certainly, well, that's something they're going to have to be aware of the entire time, is that aggression. Sexy sounding MP5 fires in toward the smoke at the squeaky door. Sunny's already got napped down. That's a good find as well for mousesports, taking the advantage with 1:15 to work with on Nuke. It's not quite as beneficial to get the opening pick on Nuke as other maps where you really thin out a very obvious plateau of the map. The fact that the bomb sites are stacked, it's more about finding rotations and locking out the retakes on the CT side. Bomb just waits on the upper deck. They'll grab that now. Twist, here we go. Unsurprisingly, and he'll take down Sunny. Bomb again, they have to go back for, which means more utility. It's a great equalizer.
Yeah, Twist just got that timing down perfectly there. Pushes through, equalizes things to the 4-on-4, drops the bomb, but still, this could favor mousesports here. We'll see as they make their way towards the ramp. Taco, usually the player in this position, he'll actually be on the upper bomb side right now, meaning ramp is completely open, but not lower. Nitro is looking for 1 kill, drop down, doesn't need to go for the repeat here. To be incredibly difficult now for mousesports if you get close to the bomb site.
Oscar trying to get around, hold the backside of the catwalk. Vent no longer accesses that point, so he can hold it safely, but bomb's denied. That could be the round in itself because they've got to go back for it with 14 seconds. It's a 2-on-2. Liquid now aware of where that is, but the smoke won't give them vision. Rops, he'll pick it up, but he's spotted. Twist knows it. He knows he's in the smoke, but he can't find it. Bomb may still get planted with just enough time. 3 seconds left over on it. They know they're both towards decontamination. But better shot from Nitro on the AWP. Oscar's on 7, and they've already gotten in. They've gotten by him. He wasn't aware of it. Twist on the pistol at lower, fittingly. He'll find the first round for Liquid. Or excuse me, the first gun round, I should say, for Liquid.
Indeed, that's going to be 4-0 for them overall. And it was back and forth there, but the key frag certainly came in when the bomb was denied. You could see that's exactly what Liquid are going for. Wait till they fully commit. Nitro buys them a bit of time for the rotations there, just holding towards low of the AWP, hits that first shot, and like we mentioned, doesn't have to overcommit, doesn't have to keep repeaking. He's just slowing them down so his teammates can get in position to deny that plan. It's exactly what happens. And remember, Liquid are more than happy to allow them to have ramp room, and that works out perfectly for them. It's all down to Nitro's positioning in the lower bomb site. They need information towards outside to enable this to happen. As long as he feels secure towards Secret, he can focus on the ramp itself. And you can see mousesports weren't ready for it, but they will have another buy. That bomb gets planted. They've got 4th stage loss bonus. They have AKs across the board, but they're certainly not fully equipped. They have a smoke and a flashbang each. That's pretty much it. As we get into round number 5 here, Nitro looking incredibly sharp. He's got 6 kills, 2 deaths. At the top is Elige with 7 and 1.
Something they needed on Cash was Elige. Thorn even pointing that out on the desk. He's got so much experience within this roster, and he was somewhat absent overall. Late smoke. Ooh, I thought Nitro was actually going to fire into it. Typically, those smokes come down from so far away. Watch the gap. No mistake that time. That works. That certainly makes up for it. Those smokes typically come down from so far away. It's not like you're guaranteed that someone's going to be right behind the red crate, so firing into it ultimately could reveal your position. That might have been the mentality in which he had. Naf's gotten Rops, and Elige knows they've gotten to the vents. He knows they're in there. He can play this angle, but it's tricky. It's elusive, and exactly that. Chris is able to actually one-up him, go back the other direction. Now they have some control towards Secret.
And we talked about the AWP being a problem here. Nitro is actually finding pick after pick, and Oscar might want to be considering taking the full eco and bringing that out going forward. Still a 4 versus 3 now, though. 1 minute on the clock. Nitro, once again, in the lower bomb side, but most of the action now actually heading towards the Secret area. See whether the T's can come out on top here. A lot of work to be done. They've only got 1 smoke, a couple of flashes here. They'll smoke on the left-hand side and flash through. But once you plant the bomb, you can be guaranteed they're going to try and spray through and deny with the HE. Nitro can't find the deny, though. And it will be a retake once again. Liquid have been so good in these positions. Taco will be coming from ramp, and his teammates just waiting to be ready to go in together.
Planted Snacks. Has to play the angle perfectly. Nade softens him up. Soft shell Taco. He takes him down. Snacks. Excuse me, Sunny rather, and Snacks combine to get another kill. Good hold. It suddenly falls to Taco, the only one left. 1 kill already. Has to find the other 2 ends. It's immediately count off. So 4-1. mousesports getting back on the board in the 5th round. Does, with 2 players left alive, leave potential for a reset. Money enough for Chris, mind you, to carry over.
Yeah, there's no way Liquid are going to take a partial buy anything here. They want to punish this. They want to make sure they can shut down mousesports here, win this round. And especially if the bomb doesn't get planted, they can run away with this first half. It's a very CT-sided map. Snacks 0 and 5 hasn't had any impact whatsoever yet, but it can be incredibly difficult to operate on the T side. If you're getting battered like this, the money's never really stabilizing. MP9 for Naf, absolutely fine on a map like Nuke. You've got to be smart with your positioning. Chris J knows what a threat Twist can be here. Grenades come through, doesn't do a boatload of damage, but that certainly does. Ultimately Twist to open things up, takes down Chris J, but still the reply comes forward, and Snacks gets his first kill of the game.
Snacks gets his first kill of the game, and it's a super important one. He didn't commit to the main entrance, which actually pulled Twist back in that direction to find him. Gets caught off by Secret, or excuse me, Squeaky Rops. It's 1 back, but Snacks now opens up all of heaven, all of outside, and can actually one-up the position of Nitro, who's trying to rotate back from lower. Elige, mind you, could thwart all plans. Bomb sits in radio. Rops, edge of the smoke was ready for it, but Elige found it. He's not ready for the second.
Oh my goodness.
Oscar just barely gets away with that, and now they've got control to rotate back around. Nitro's well and removed from the position.
Yeah, this is looking very promising now for mousesports. Remember, they couldn't afford to give this round up. It's been back and forth so far. Oscar, with the safe plan there, he repositions because he wants his teammate to be able to see the bomb to actually give them a huge advantage here. Nitro, the AWP, it's not even really worth going for this particular weapon unless he gets gifted a really nice opener. That's not going to be viable. But he does find the AK-47 now, and they do not really have the cash, to be honest. So
I think this is strategic, though. Keep in mind he threw the op backwards into a safe position. I think he just wants to punish the money. I say that. I thought he wasn't going to go past the door. I thought he was going to look for an exit and then grab the op at the end of the round. I still say he's going to head that direction now, realizing it's too far gone. But knowing the money as it is, even if they have to save the next round, he wants to make this as costly as he can for mousesports.
Yeah, lock them in the side. He is going to go back for that AWP. He knows that can be influential enough going forward that he can carry the round single-handedly. So there it is, mousesports managed to hold on. A bit of a scrappy round there, lots of CT reactions. Or Taco probing towards ramp after they lost the initial frag. He manages to trade out, but then turtling up in towards the trophy room. Mousesports punish, and now Taco. That was the push we were looking for. The bomb planted, Nitro has to hold the AWP. Will they force up around it? I'm not sure it's worth. And indeed, they'll just take the eco here. A couple of CZs on top of it. Nitro, he'll go towards outside, presumably, and try and get the first pick and reposition. And here comes the upper rush. Great call from mousesports. You can definitely justify this one. It's one of the few maps I'm happy with that because you know they've only got pistols there. They don't have the utility. That's the main thing. If you rush upper and they force sport here, you could be in trouble. They throw an incendiary, the double HE at the start. It could all fall apart. But that was a nice, educated decision there. Just to stay together, trade out the kills. The MAC-10 goes in first, more importantly. That can actually duel against the CZ at close range. That actually might come out on top most of the time, especially when they have no armor. Clean sweep so far for mousesports. Not in a decent position, though. Not quite good enough. Snacks will take him down, and Nitro, as we said, trying to save the AWP.
Snacks now building up third kill. That last one really not impactful, but nonetheless starts to build his stats and confidence as mousesports close it to a third round on the T side in a row at that. Nitro still has the opt to carry over, and they'll buy around it. It won't be the best buy in terms of utility. So defensively, they are still slightly compromised. And where do we start to see that T-sided op, or CT-sided op, excuse me, because there's so many positions. Ramp outside's the most logical and obvious, especially without the window in the hut. That used to be a really formidable position. Yeah. You can still go for a squeaky position as well.
Main entrance outside and ramp, sometimes top a ladder, but you can be smoked out quite regularly there. Ramp can be very interesting, as this round might be as well. Rops and Sunny opting for MAC-10s here. That's actually such a smart call. They know the money's low on Liquid, and they're going to have 5 players without helmets here. Those MAC-10s become machine guns. All of a sudden, they can do so much damage here, as they'll go for the vent drop as well. Rops leading the way, but taken out through the smoke. It's going to be Twist to get the first frag here, and Nitro, once again, positioned towards lower with the orb, but he needs to find at least one kill here. No problem whatsoever. Objective now, stay alive as long as possible.
Good read as well. Got away from that vent position, knew the timing when they were going to arrive at secret advantages. A kill, look at Elise. She's going to pinch them in. They're locked. Snacks might get a plant out of this, but it's a 2 versus 5. Nitro can't get there in time to deny, but he does certainly punish Snacks immediately after. Oscar, same thing in reverse now. Wants to make this as expensive as he can for Liquid, who currently sit with 5 players alive. Perfect round in that sense. In fact, not even committing to the defuse yet. They want to make sure decontamination is covered off, and there you go. CT sided off, rotation at that, and Nitro finds 3 kills in the round with it.
Yeah, he's been so good at his positioning towards the lower bomb side there. That's been a massive asset. The fact he's actually connecting those shots more often than not, that's absolutely everything. As soon as he hits that AWP shot, it slows them right down. They can't go for a trade. He's just out of there. He's so well positioned. His teammates can rotate through. And like you mentioned, mousesports get the plant down, which enables him to buy very efficiently going forward. But now mousesports, after all 5 go down, they'll bring out the AWP on the T side for the first time. Oscar has been okay, hasn't been electrifying so far in this best of 5 grand final, but that's certainly going to be warming up as time it develops here. That kill from Nitro was great. As you mentioned, couldn't deny the plant, but certainly guaranteed the round. As he hit absolutely everything there. AKs available on the CT side, 3 of those, always beneficial to have. Here's Oscar challenging towards the ramp room. No one there just yet. Taco, I was about to say, usually holds towards the railings, goes to the 1 kill and drops down. Especially when he's got that AK, he can actually maybe stay for a couple more seconds than he would with the M4.
Elise underneath this time has Nitro supporting Naf at Heaven. So they're being more passive on the watch toward outside. Snacks certainly could be an interesting asset in this round. All forces Oscar out of position. Snacks isn't above, so he can't get the drop, but he can certainly swing. Nitro finds Rops. Chris as well. This is when they want to strike, though. Good play. As Elige comes up, that is a slaughter from Liquid. Snacks never even got anywhere near the site. Twist cuts him off, and that was brilliantly struck and timed. In all positions from Liquid, it goes 6-3. They continue to take the momentum. They've now whittled down the economy, but they could force into this. Rops has 47-50. Oscar has enough. Snacks as well, and they could even, I think, drop 1. Okay, they're going to go CZ MAC-10. I thought they could get a Galil out of that, but they elect for the 3 AKs instead of 2 and 2.
This is still possible for mousesports here. Rops with the AK and all the utility required. They'll head towards outside, an area they haven't really been forcing the issue towards. It's Robs to hold squeaky door. That grenade, though, it does so much damage, but Elige can't convert it to kills. And now Nitro, smoked out of position. He needs to be very careful here. Now going for the full commitment on the spray, but it'll cost him his life, Matt. A very good start, but Chris J offers himself up on a plate, and Nitro keeps delivering the pain. He goes down to 8 HP, but he might have just saved the round.
Gets away as well. Sunny was trying to capitalize on this. He's got bomb and he's alone. Taco's not looking that position yet toward the big garage as he wants to sneak around and get in toward the vents instead. He's not concerned yet that they've gotten down the stairs. So Nitro just staying passive, needs information at this point. Smoke off toward main entrance means he can't catch Snacks out. Taco gets locked in. Sunny's going to have this. Surely jumps above it. Knew exactly the position that Nitro was holding and did not want to get caught out by a reaction shot. Taco makes his way to the upper side, has to at this point in time, given the position that they have controlled. They thought he was underneath. He's going to find the shoulder. First, a chance to isolate. He's got it down. Low HP on both. Sunny as well. The AK can't respond. Mac 10 slides just beyond his grasp.
I was about to say, Taco can win this, considering their positioning, but it's the Mac 10 to close things out. You can see Sunny didn't want to have to take that duel, but if he wasted the opportunity knowing exactly where Taco is, he probably loses the round. Had to take the deep breath, and it did work out for him. Taco, though, does so much financial damage. Team Liquid can definitely buy up in the next round and hopefully punish and turn things around here. 6-4. Flying star for Team Liquid, but mousesports certainly catching up now. Naflight on the UMP, but Nitro, more importantly, still on the orb. He's hit so many incredible shots in this first half. I'm sure he's ready to get a couple more. He'll reposition this time. Another viable spot. Like we said, top of ladder, outside ramp. That's where you'll usually find the AWPers. It's actually Elige who patrols towards Secret this time. And Snacks is ready for him.
Twist not getting as aggressive as he has been toward Hut. Taco's going to have some pressure. Position to fall, so keep in mind he wants one shot, jump away. Even if he doesn't get the kill, that's fine.
You can see his system there to try and stay alive. Self-preservation, that's all he's looking for. Get the information they have. Ramp him, sure, if he gets a quick kill, that's amazing, but he doesn't want to stay more than a couple of seconds, then reposition and stop them getting towards the side.
Taco's position is off angle as well. It's not down below at the bottom of the second ramp where most people play in this situation, and it's going to work. Gets two. Took him a while to find the second spray. That meant Rops could easily trade off of him. Gives them the lower sight. So even though they've got the advantage on the Liquid side, they rely on NAF at decontamination because lower sight is so hard to retake if that bomb gets planted. They've got to clear off the angles before they commit to it, though. Oscar is not safe alone, given there's so many positions in which they need to cover for Snacks as he goes aggressive. Couldn't get the headshot. Now Oscar pretty much has to throw a Hail Mary at this point. Hold the plant and hope he gets away with it. For his sake, thankfully, he will.
Doesn't have to worry about the vents these days, just towards Decon and the ramp itself. He's going to be pincered, though. Surely can't survive. And Nitro rotates in, takes him down. I have to say, I thought Snacks would convert that frag towards Decon. Normally a frag he would jump at the chance at, but couldn't find the shots, and that will take him down. The UMP, that might be an eco now for mousesports as the scoreline comes through. 7-4, and they've got around $3,000 per player. I don't think it's worth the investment as Liquid now finding financial footing. They could go with the force to try and punish, but I don't think it's worth it. They don't have enough themselves. They could sabotage their entire half if they go for this one. Averaging 3K, no saved weaponry. And on Liquid, they're fully equipped with AKs, AWPs. Another map, perhaps, you could go for this, but I don't think they will. I say that. mousesports are giving it everything they've got. The Mac 10s are out, the CZs, the AK-47s and bare bones utility. This could be map defining. Taco, perfectly played, as we pointed out, wants to reposition, wants to go for multiple kills, and he does that excellently. Snacks, that was the kill I thought he should have picked up. But this is the brave call from mousesports.
Brave indeed. A lot of pressure toward ramp as well from Liquid early on. Taco actually is going to go back toward Heaven. Nitro's going to play it passively, so despite that the utility went that direction, it's actually designed to give them more firepower elsewhere. Naf's got to be very careful. Blind as he is, Twist manages to keep him alive by finding one. Naf's only got 2 kills so far. in this game, and he's still got to be holding perfectly on top of the floor. Finally, he gets a chance to show off his individual skill, and he does exactly that. Takes down 2. Liquid get 8-4. That force buy not paying off, and no bomb plant to back it up.
Really didn't work out for them. Like I said, any other map, I'd be a little bit excited at the prospect of mousesports with CZ's, MAC-10s, a single AK, but it's so difficult to make that work on a map like Nuke. Very tight choke points. You have to bundle that together with the lack of utility as well. You're just hoping they're not going to be ready for you, but Team Liquid certainly were. Naf shuts it all down. Should look at the scoreboard here. Nitro 16 kills at the very top on the CT side. It's Sunny, who hasn't even broken 10 yet. He'll be on 9 kills, 9 deaths. Naf looking to apply some damage at the very beginning there. And there is a player who snuck down. That is Snacks, and he's again just got to try and plant here. Why not?
It's actually really well done to take the chance to run through the flames. Knew no one would be watching it because of that. Great timing. Taco's realized, hang on, how did that happen? He's been down here the whole time. Naf's cleared it out. They might be able to get immediately onto the defuse as a result of this. All they've got to do is cover off the angles, and Naf, aware of it, does exactly that. Chris, no threat. He's so far away. Ops, although does have the AWP to carry over. It's Liquid yet again to find their 9th. That's a big cash injection, that AWP, though.
Absolutely. That's actually not bad at all. They get the bomb down, an AK and the AWP. They started that round with just Glocks. Snacks with fancy footwork to get himself down towards that lower site. You can't do it as quickly these days, but you do have the added benefit of having a massive bomb site to plant behind, as long as you can cross safely. As we get into round number 14 here, Oscar back on the AWP. Still a quiet game from him. His AWP rival, Nitro, on 17 kills, and he's hovering on just 7. Remember, though, he's on the T side, so that's certainly understandable. Just hasn't had huge amounts of impact yet with these opening duels.
Oscar, good angle to see if anyone wants to counter pick from on the stairwell. As Taco burrows in once more toward the trophy room, toward radio. How far back they are towards spawn, obviously suggestive of execution. Deep smokes allow access, and they're not actually going to be the same smokes we typically see hugging the red crate. It's going to be the wall that cuts off both red and allows you to wrap to main entrance.
Absolutely, that's the main purpose of them. Sure, you might be able to get towards Secret, but you can also get right on that main entrance. And Lige, though, he can sabotage absolutely everything. Gives it up, though, with the shots through the smoke. And that will at least suggest to mousesports, well, that's another player that's not towards lower. We might as well commit with this.
That calls for the rotation as well. No house with Nitro's been. Naf's already down there. Makes contact, can't find a headshot, backs away, just trying to keep himself alive, stay efficient until his teammates get there. Quick little bounce flash to keep himself in contention, but Chris wasn't close enough to be caught by it and makes no mistake on the shot. He's watching decontamination, gets to the corner. That means he can watch down the lane. Nuclear Nitro shows up again, though, and now it's suddenly down to Rops. Nitro continuing to lead the way on this CT side at all. Now finds himself on 19 kills. Rops on only 7. Has to find 3 more to close out the round. He's going to spot the first. Fairly straightforward. Catches out a Lige. Bomb is above him, though, on the catwalk. That is a lot of work to do with 11 seconds. This is already done. There's no way he gets there. He has to win it on kills, and Nitro knows it. Nitro doesn't need to be peeking, and he's already run. Smart from Nitro. Liquid pick it up on time.
You're absolutely right there, Matt. Nitro knew he'd done enough at that point. That was like a 4-on-2 situation. Rops will just plant the bomb, trying to get an extra $300 cash. But that was a mousesports round. That was theirs. That looked like an open shut case, but Nitro arrives once again, shuts them down. It was Lige that took the aggro away for Nitro, allowed him to find a bit of space there with the AWP. Hasn't really missed a shot with that weapon so far, and that's going to be gutting for mousesports. This is their map pick, and this isn't going too well for them. They're on the T side of Nuke, admittedly, but you'd ideally like them to get at least 5 here. Let's see if they can find it in the very final round as Nitro looks towards Squeaky Door once again.
Trying to fire into it. Secondary smoke suggests the vent dive. His angle doesn't guarantee that they have to run through the crosshair. They can actually hug a little bit right of that, but he could still fire. Second smoke. Nitro's aware that that one bounced toward him for obvious reason. He's now got to get more aggressive. They will get toward the vent. No, they'll get behind it. I was going to say Rops' feet would show. Good read. Twist, firing through. Rops calls he's being shot at, and still Chris walks out and gets taken down. So that's pretty proficient in terms of team play. Nitro's positioning's not bad now as well because Twist holds the other side of Hut, but I say that and he goes down. He's got a hold with the up. Nuclear Nitro indeed finds all 3. Snacks traded by a Lige, and it's 11-4 for Liquid.
How good was that from Nitro? Every time he had a chance to shut down the round, he capitalized. He really was sensational there. Impressive performance. And Oscar's got something to really prove in the second half there. He got completely destroyed by Nitro there. Everyone on the mousesports side did. Most of the highlights that have come from the in-game leader / sniper, as he just played perfectly. That can't really be outdone. I'm not sure Oscar has it in him right now. We'll see in the second half. Oh my goodness. Can it be done, Matt? Can we turn this around?
I do want to point out, it's certainly possible on the CT side, but something just as a caveat, despite the solid performance from Liquid, Naf's inconsistency since the start of the major. Incredible performance on Renegades to finally get him back into a North American roster. That worked out very well for him. They've had great success on this Liquid team. He's been instrumental in that. Again, winning this game, 22 kills for Nitro, but Naf, despite only having 15 in the last map, has 5 at the end of this first half. He has been up and down for the last month.
Remember, Twist had a similar performance on Cash. He was on, what, 20-plus frags in the first half, exactly the same sort of level of Nitro.
To be fair, I think he finished the first half 19, but he was at 27 after 2 rounds in the second half.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's one player going off. You've got Nafly who's dropping off as well. They still need to win the pistol here. This isn't a Mirage, for example. This is Nuke. If you lose the pistol, these huge score lines can evaporate very quickly. As we get into the second half, we'll have a look at the buys come through. It looks like a fast approach here from Liquid. They'll smoke towards our main entrance and mess around with the bomb site here. It will be Sunny to be dropped, but here comes Chris J. Great work with that USP so far, but not quite enough. He needed that second frag, and now it's a 4 versus 3.
Chris still trying to peek back in. Rops is with him, but he's removed very quickly by Elige. Palm down again. Man advantage to Liquid. They've won 2 of the 3 pistols in this series so far, on for perhaps a third, as Chris has other ideas, though. So too does Oscar. They get back toward the site, and Nitro has to hold it alone. He's been fantastic when he's had the big gun. Now he's got the smallest of which, the Glock. Backing away as well. They're forcing him further and further from the bomb. He's just trying to buy time. He just wants to try and force them away from the defuse. Burst Glock at that. Doing everything that he can. Neither of them have a kit, so the longer this goes, the further he gets them away from this, the better chance he's got. And he's pulled Chris off, and he might have done it. Nitro's gonna win it for Liquid alone.
Unbelievable. You can see mousesports, they thought they had that one tied up. They try and commit to him together, but Nitro just so intelligent, making sure that he just wastes as much time. It's so frustrating to play against as well. Ducking and weaving around the squeaky door, just shoulder baiting and keeping them both interested. And as you pointed out, no kits available. They left too little time to fall back and try and go for that full defuse. When they did, Nitro nails the first shot, and that was round over at that stage. They pull it back, and Liquid now 12-4 up. There will be a force buy here in the second round, though. Interestingly enough, Oscar's gone for the auto shotgun. He can do pretty unbelievable things with that weapon, but it looks like it will be Elige to open things up, and he'll take down the first 2 players. Chris J and Snacks dropped, and this force buy looks like they'll do absolutely nothing here.
Shotgun for Oscar. We have criticized, we've built up the shotgun on this map, but we have criticized Oscar specifically for that weapon. What event was that? It was Midsummer. I won't even say it was Cologne, when Oscar elected to use that so many times. In late rounds, he couldn't get anything done with it. As Liquid try and find a 13th round. Elige will get boosted outside rather than taking his own self-boost over the AC. He wants to be undetected, and at the angle in which you would not expect someone to arrive, off to the left. Rops is below them, though. That could still be a problem, because if they don't detect him and he looks up, that's a headshot, and potentially more as they panic and trip over each other trying to respond to that.
Oscar patrolling towards main entrance here with the shotgun. Twist on the other side. This could be a kill for him. We'll see if it works out. Twist, though, way too sharp right now. Will find the headshot. Sunny still giving it his best with the bomb down in the 3-on-2. I'm not sure mousesports even have a chance going for this one, as they'll find a UMP. Rops has to wait for the smoke to dissipate. It looks like that is going for the save at this point. It's going to be 13-4 in favor of Team Liquid. Their Nuke has been pretty spectacular throughout this tournament. And once again, another victory put on the board for them. They now go up 2-0 in the second half. Third almost looks inevitable. Rops will save a scout. Sunny with a UMP. That's still not really a compelling argument to suggest they're going to win the next round off those 2 weapons alone. Nitro hunting for everything he can. What a game he's had so far. 23 kills and 7 deaths. It feels like Liquid have done enough at this point, Matt.
Certainly does. Tales of Twist and now Nitro. Liquid looking to level up the series on mousesports is It's their pick. It is exactly that, though. You said it's the wild card, right? Liquid get that CT-sided start. Everything goes their way. They get the momentum. That is almost the worst-case scenario for when you pick Nuke. When you have to start T-side and you get absolutely run over, you've almost you put yourself in the toughest position that you can.
It comes down to the pistol, really, for me. If you go down 0-3 on the T side and you've got to try and recover from that, and you've got a couple of questionable force buys in there, it can be difficult to get anything on the board. It's a rough map like that, but for now, CTs with the CZs, the saved scout, the saved UMP, they have not force board into this, but still a slight chance to win the rounds. Damage exchange towards ramp as Rops might have to fall back here after taking a nade to the face.
Taco getting closer. That's pretty clinical.
Yep, Taco removing the ramp threats. That's quite common in Counter-Strike. If you play ramp, you'll be more comfortable going in first, and actually pre-firing the angles, you know, are very common. Second kill comes in. Looks like this one's done already. Snacks can't deny the plant because the vents give you no access to the site anymore. It's only decon and towards the window room that you can actually get anything done there. They might have to hold on to the UMP and Scout combo. Now that really is an interesting factor. They'll have to see if they can upgrade those perhaps.
He's in, turns around and realizes Snacks is in the corner. Let's turn around and done more than that. Taco's next in line onto an MP5. Round is obviously gone at this point in time, but he's picked up a gun and caused a little bit of damage to the Liquid's bank accounts. The Liquid bank account, I should say, is Twist. At least collects on one. This is going to be 14-4, a 10-round lead. And money in their favor. Scout carried over, but more importantly, the AK for Snacks as he upgrades after the second kill again. Now or never, really. This is it for mousesports.
It really is. Second map, not half as exciting as the first, but mousesports in their first gun round now, they can still pull this one back. That might seem like a crazy thing to say, but if mousesports can just get on their feet on the CT side and start posting a few rounds, Liquid are a team that sometimes struggle to close out games. I don't foresee it happening here, but there's always a chance mousesports can sink their teeth in here. This is the absolute last chance, though.
Oh, that's twice. This time it's Nitro. Rops is just going to be completely frustrated by that. Didn't even get a chance to fire back, really, in either case.
Well, when you have these huge score lines, you can go for the Hail Mary plays, and the aim is just unbelievably good right now for Team Liquid. Sure, they dropped that first map, but they seem like they're not going to give up anytime soon. This is so sick to see. Nitro and Twist just completely dismantle the defense by themselves. Chris J with the scout going for the wallbangs here. It's ambitious, but one of them connects.
And now they know where he is, and they'll fire back. Chris being rather innovative as he tries to use everything he can to his advantage. Close angle, might as well fire in, see if he gets any kills. Good timing from Naf, swings out behind Sunny. Chris is going to pick up an AK and go back perhaps and try it again. Highly unlikely he's going to get anything from it. Bomb's too far gone. Map point for Liquid to tie the series potentially 1-1 as they try and save as well. They've got to confront Taco. These kills are huge. If Taco gets either of these, fair enough. Chris shuts it down. That would have been a big problem for the money for Mouse. They need these two guns.
I think they got bigger problems now. It's map points already. They need 11 in a row just to force out overtime. Remember, this is the mousesports pick, and they have not showed up whatsoever. It's a difficult map to really get into if you're losing consecutive rounds. You can't get financially secure, especially that T-side start as well. Lose both pistols, it can fall apart very quickly. And you're absolutely right in pointing out that Rops is getting bullied towards that ramp run because he can't get anything done. The aim is just so brutal on Team Liquid right now. Nitro operating very efficiently with the AKs and, of course, at AWP. Taco stops the initial rush with a Molotov towards the ramp room. It looks like they're ready to close this one out now.
Squeaky, Oscar, shotgun above. This is where it's in its wheelhouse. That's where the weapon shines. But only if they get within proximity. Continues to watch below. Door removed from its hinges. Twist will sit well back from it. As a result of that, knows that he's susceptible to grenades flying through, and furthermore can be caught out quite cleanly. So outside again. Molotov up close to push them back. Smokes thrown to get towards Secret. In fact, they're going to go for the isolation smokes again. Just to cut and wrap towards main entrance. Bit of a gap in that, if I'm not mistaken, though. But nonetheless, Snacks is the one that's going to come under threat. Chris shows me that I was wrong about the gap. From CT, it looks like you might be able to see through it, but they don't have anyone in that position. Snax finds one, tries to spray transfer it. Elige counters. Sunny now has problems. Stuck on the floor. He has to get in behind the silos. He's standing on the flames. Forced out of it as well. Chris J's responded, but Naf gets one, only one. All turned immediately. Sunny stayed alive. Chris managed to get two. He's now gone to the AWP, and it's Taco in a 1 versus 3. 29 seconds left to work with.
Yeah. They've got plenty of time, but Chris J will find the final kill here. Too little too late, perhaps, but Chris J, he is the main AWPer on Nuke. A little tidbit there, it's not actually Oscar that runs the AWP outside, it's Chris. He's done it for so many years in mousesports, but I don't think he's really going to have enough time to show us how powerful we can be in that position. They haven't broken the finances just yet. A Team Liquid, another buy comes forward, looking for that knockout punch to take us to a third map. Mousesports at this point, just trying to keep their confidence levels up, try and get a few rounds on the board. Very unlikely they find 10 in a row. Stranger things certainly have happened here as the smoke's deployed towards outside. 4 players there, looking to go very quickly indeed. Chris J fires up the shot. Snax going for the full spray, but actually 4 players now making it down towards Secret. This is incredibly fast. Oscar will have to deploy the incendiary quite early on. There it is. And will hold them at bay at least for 5 seconds or so, allow his teammates to actually rotate down and prepare the defenses. As Oscar still flashing from the vent here, he will be pushed back though. Needs to be very careful at this point.
Good find. Twist very quick onto the heels of Oscar. Starting off what could be the last round for Liquid. Been killed. And position as well toward control doors. Nitro gets up toward the window as well. That gives him a bit of clearance, shall we say, toward the catwalk. Rops gets in the corner. He won't be spotted from that position. And if they overcommit to look at him, Chris now positions himself accordingly to swing. In fact, he does so. Oh, only legged up Elige. That's a bit of a problem. That kill would have been massive. Now they know where the op is. So he looks his attention instead toward Decon and somehow reacts having looked away. It's Rops to save Chris. Still a little bit in this. Twist will find a gap in the doorway, but they've lost Taco on top of it. It's a 2-on-2. 33 seconds to play with as they try and get the bomb in position. It's now down above, but Twist finds Chris J all to Snax.
Indeed. He's in the vent map. 1 defuse kit, of course, the flashbang, the HE grenade. 20 seconds remaining. We'll have a gap in that door, and Elige is low. 15 seconds. When they try and commit, that's when he'll pounce. But Twist, he might be able to take him down right here, right now. Not going to happen. Snax might have done enough.
Absolutely. Twist wanted to get the bomb plant down that hole in the door. Snax played it perfectly. Now knows Elige has to commit smartly. He's going to put himself in the silo. Between him, couldn't get ready on the aim fast enough, and Snax will give mousesports at least 1 more round. Wants to go get the op before doing so.
Indeed. Not giving up just yet. 1 round will do it. The plant there. 2 losses in a row. I'm not sure Liquid would even buy into the next round, so this might have given them a couple more. It will be 15-6 now. Liquid just need that 1 round. Snax will take the AWP into the next. That's his 14th kill of the map so far. And around 3K for Nitro. Same story for Taco. Looks like a partial buy will be coming in with potential CZs and Deagles. Not going to take the time out. And Oscar still on that auto shotgun. 9 kills to his name, 18 deaths. Hasn't been his best showing. And you can see that reflected at the top, really. He had to be performing on Nitro's level for them to have any sort of chance in the second half. Oscar with the shotgun goes towards the hut. Remember, this is not a force buy from Liquid. He's holding on with those pistols.
Oscar really wants to make that weapon work, doesn't he? That Molotov, as we know, is designed to bounce and land on top of the hut, meaning that shotgun's going to have a bit of a problem if he wants to stay there. Tries to smoke himself off, has to get away from it. They get to the vent. He's missed the first chance. Wants to go down behind them. Shotgun is hunting. Hunting indeed, as he'll find one and responds. His teammates, Snax will save him, bail him out. Oscar's even able to get Naf. Not bad at all. Yeah. Liquid, Taco's picked it up. Have lost yet another to give mousesports 7, but they've still got a long way to go.
He follows the Lemmings down the vent, manages to find a couple of kills, farms some cash, but doesn't really matter at this point when you're on 15-7. Cash isn't really a factor anymore. It is Oscar just running around, hunting with the shotgun. This shot, a little bit dicey with his teammate right in front of him, but no damage done. Absolutely fine. 15-7 now, as we'll have another eke over Liquid. They want to close this out properly. They probably could have bought into it, but they're going to take a more conservative approach with the Deagles and the Scouts. Still always a chance they can win it right here, right now, but it's unlikely. Going to take a few mistakes from the CTs. An amazing shot from Twist to open things up. And the sniper on the other side, that's Chris J, who's currently at the secret steps.
Rops perfectly, but Taco again. Rops has had such a tough time holding on to that ramp. Can you do it? You're going to get with shots like that.
Yeah, their aim is just off the scales right now. Attacker might be able to get a second as well. It's currently a 5 versus 4, but the bomb not planted just yet. They're focusing on the frags towards the doors here. This might be enough. Chris J only good for 1. It's a 4 versus 2 now. Make it 1. Snacks is going to have to do something unbelievably good here. The standard chances. The bomb has been planted. He managed to win the 2v1 before, but that's going to be it. We tie things up on maps as Liquid completely run over mousesports there. Amazing performances. Shout out to Nitro, Matt. You've got to say that's the strongest we've seen in all tournament, I would say.
Unreal. That was incredible, and probably the strongest performance we've ever seen from him on an AWP, something we've still been criticizing. Despite that he's offing, he hasn't been able to go toe-to-toe in a number of these situations. Well, he did now. Dominates on Nuke. Still need a little more from NAF, but overall Liquid tie this series up 1-1. We go to Inferno next. We guarantee ourselves 4 maps. We'll take a break. Join the desk as always.